Toyota revealed their new $10,000 truck, and it is shaking up the whole industry. There's no turning back now. I mean, who would ever want to buy all those overpriced and expensive trucks after this? They just unleashed the IMV Zero, and honestly, it sounds too good to be true. It is not just another affordable truck, it is the perfect solution because of one concept that determines every feature. You see, the competition is very hard, and every company, including Ford, GM, and Subaru, is making new and cheap trucks. But when you add Toyota's amazing reliability on top of the IMV's capabilities, it becomes a masterpiece, a game changer, and every other company knows it. This will be the next big thing, and here's how. Beyond being cheap, this thing packs a punch with different engine versions. There is a gasoline engine that is a 2-liter and delivers 139 horsepower and 135 pound-feet of torque. The second option is a diesel engine that provides 150 horsepower and 253 pound-feet of torque. But if you want to save money on gas in the long run, then you can go for the hybrid engine. This truck stands tall, with a size that is a bit larger than the Ford Maverick. And to be honest, for its size, this machine moves like a champ thanks to its smooth 5-speed manual. Sure, the shifter feels old school, but it's got everything you need for easy and smooth gear changes. If you're from outside of the US, then you might know that this is the same engine option as the Hilux. But that's not all, it shares the same platform too. This means most parts of this truck are tested and proven. Plus, it's expected to tow up to 5,500 pounds with a gasoline engine and carry a maximum load of 900 pounds, which seems more than enough for your average daily activities. But one thing you have to know is that Toyota isn't just selling you a truck with the IMV Zero, they're selling you a blank canvas for adventure. Remember the mind-blowing concepts that showed at the 2023 Japan Mobility Show? One minute it's a burly workhorse hauling bricks, the next it's a steaming hot coffee shop on wheels thanks to a pop-up roof, side window, and yes, even a built-in coffee machine. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine the IMV Zero transforming into your dream overlanding camper, a pit crew's ultimate support vehicle, or with its incredible customization options, something even wilder. Anything you could ever dream of. But the real kicker? This truck is all about you. No boring, pre-built options here. It's designed with a flatbed, begging for your customization dreams. Want a monster off-roader? Slap on a roof rack and some beefy tires. Need a mobile workshop? Toolboxes and compartments galore await. Beds, cabs, bumpers, and lights, the only limit is your imagination. You can turn this truck into your own personal masterpiece, one that reflects your style and needs perfectly. So, in a way, it's not just a truck, it's an extension of you. But you're probably thinking, how good will a $10,000 truck be? Why does Toyota need another affordable truck when they already have winners like the Hilux? Here's the deal. Toyota is no longer just playing it safe. They're aiming for something bigger. Usually, when companies push one feature so hard, something else suffers. Sure, this truck's adaptability is mind-blowing, especially for those in developing countries where a vehicle needs to wear many hats. But if we're being real, it's not all smooth sailing, because they want to make a truck that everyone loves, not just a few. It's not easy, but if they don't, someone else will swoop in and do just that. Offer the new truck that appeals to the masses, and they could be the first. But even if they become the first ones, they still have to make it appealing, and the IMV Zero needs a bit of work. Toyota thinks that they already have the solution to this, but you should be the judge of that, so watch carefully. The IMV Zero might make some noise on the road with its flat windshield and beefy tires, especially because of those commercial-grade Bridgestone Davis R611 tires, but it all depends on your adventure style. Also, you can hear the engine and road quite a bit. Few people might enjoy the rugged soundtrack, feeling connected to the road, while others prefer a quieter ride. Luckily, you can customize the IMV Zero to suit your preferences. Swap out the tires for smoother ones, or add some soundproofing for a peaceful journey. The other thing is the issue of buying a less established model. The IMV Zero's new and full of untested features. While its fresh design and technology may excite you, keep in mind that established brands offer comfort through proven reliability and easily accessible parts. Before diving in, do some research on the IMV Zero service network and repair costs to avoid any surprises. As it is a first-generation truck, we have to worry about its reliability and resale value, although it can be tricky to be certain of that. Weighing these points with your thirst for adventure will help you choose what fits you best. Remember, the IMV Zero is more than a car, it's a statement. Knowing its quirks and tailoring it to your preferences will make it your perfect adventure ride. But in my opinion, there might be a few minor issues here and there. But we're talking about Toyota. They always make trucks that have good resale value and unbreakable components. They haven't built their legendary reputation for reliability on a whim. Their vehicles are known for being tough, dependable companions, no matter where the adventure takes you. So while the IMV Zero might be a new face on the block, the Toyota name behind it is a guarantee of quality and dependability. If you think about it, it looks like Toyota is playing it smart this time. They know the truck game ain't easy, so they're keeping it simple. Less cash is wasted on fancy features, more focus is on making a quality ride. And when we say simple things, we're not lying. This truck is stripped down to the studs. Inside you have basic buttons, manual windows, tough plastic, and rubber everywhere you look. Forget fancy RPM gauges, you get a big old blank circle. There's no need for a shift light either. The brakes are smart though, adjusting power based on your load. Plus it's got a beefy control arm and a chassis that's easy to beef up for even more weight. Outside you have a flat windshield, side and rear windows, and a flatbed with no sides, ready for your customization dreams right out of the box. Now all of this seems great, and Toyota did this very intentionally. They are designing the next big thing in the industry. They did this to make it cheap and reliable, but as with everything, there is a catch, and it has nothing to do with the truck itself. Let me explain. We all know the issues with dealerships, and do we need to explain how they'll be jacking up the price? I mean, it is the same story every time we get some unique truck. They come and make everything about themselves. And that might be why this truck is made to be sold in places where they're keen on affordable and versatile trucks. Which means Toyota will not be selling the IMV on American soil. But don't worry, because there is another truck that will be sold in the US with a $10,000 price tag, and in my opinion, that one is even better. Think about it, it makes sense. The IMV Zero might be a steal in its home markets, but conquering the American truck landscape is no easy feat. The US target market is already a battleground, with established players like the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz offering fierce competition. The margins are tight. Squeezing into this space with a base model priced for thin profits would be a risky proposition. Trucks have to offer something truly unique and compelling to stand out from the crowd. The other reason is the chicken tax, a 25% import tariff slapped on light trucks, vans, and SUVs entering the US from outside North America. This hefty tax significantly adds to the IMV Zero's price tag, eroding its key selling point, the ultra-affordable $10,000 starting price. Suddenly, the truck becomes less competitive, potentially losing its initial appeal to budget-conscious buyers. And even if the IMV Zero manages to navigate the price hurdle, it still needs a strong value proposition to attract American truck buyers. Then there's safety. Trucks these days need to have strict rules. Airbags, fancy brakes, lane keeping tech. The IMV Zero is missing a bunch of features that are mandatory. Toyota usually loads their vehicles with safety tech, but not this one. Toyota's known for tailoring their vehicles to different regions' needs, ensuring you get a car that sparks joy on each drive. But adding all that stuff would push the price up and make it harder to customize. If you're looking for a safe, reliable ride, established players like the Corolla or a trusty Tacoma might be your choice. But hey, the automotive world doesn't always play by the rules. Remember the Ford Maverick? It shook up the US market, and now Toyota is doing the same thing to the world market with the IMV Zero. And if you ask me, they're already doing it. Sure, there are established choices that are better, but sometimes you have to break free. The IMV Zero might not be the safe option, but with its adaptability and potential, it could be the most exciting one yet. However, if they bring it to the US, then basically, the IMV Zero we know and love will need a serious makeover to meet some standards in the US, and that might change its whole identity. That is why I'm saying that the other truck is better. It's not the same as the IMV, but at least it is fit to be competitive in the market. Because in a way, GM's new $10,000 truck is a total opposite of this. It's more like the commercial trucks that we're used to, and many people might know its name, the Chevy Montana. Yeah, GM is reviving the classic plate name, and there's more to it than just that. It comes with new and improved engines, a new platform, and a new concept that is set to go toe-to-toe with the Ford Maverick in terms of power, towing, and payload. And honestly, it has the muscles to do just that, even outperform it. But if you want to know more, then check the video on the left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.